presentation is about colo-mesenteric cystic lymphangioma. I do represent the Department of General Surgery of the Indonesian Hospital under the supervision of Dr. Naser Radwan. The lecture is divided into two parts. The first is a case presentation and the other is a discussion and review of the literature about the cystic lymphangioma. Starting with the abstract, lymphangiomas are congenital malformations of the lymphatics, and they account for about 5% of all benign tumors in infants and children. They are most commonly located in the neck and the axilla, but lymphangiomas in the peritoneal cavity are extremely rare, especially in adults, and they most commonly arising from the mesentery, followed by the omentum and the retroperitoneum. The pre-diagnosis of intra-abdominal lympangioma is often very difficult, and the definite diagnosis is confirmed by the histopathology after an adequate complete surgical resection, but radiological evaluation could be very useful tools. The etiology of the lymphangioma is unclear, but they are considered primarily to be congenital in origin. In this presentation, we do describe a case of an atypically huge colo-mesenteric cystic lymphangioma presented with paleness, abdominal distension, and menstrual irregularity. Starting with medical history and physical examination, a 29-year-old female patient presented gravida 4, bar 4, referred to us from a gynecologist clinic complaining of lower abdominal pain for 2-week duration. She has been complaining of menstrual irregularities for more than 1 year, no other gastrointestinal or genital symptoms, and she denied the history of exposure to toxic chemicals. On exam, generally she was stable and well nourished. Abdominal exam revealed left-sided abdominal fullness, but no palpable masses or abdominal tenderness. Investigation routine CBC, liver and kidney function tests were within normal ranges except for moderate microcytic hypochromic anemia. Imaging studies, including the ultrasound, showed a multinucleated cystic lesion seen in the left hypochondrial quadrant extending downward to the left pelvis. Multi-section CT scan with contrast enhancement showed a hypoattenuated multicystic lesion arising from the left hypochondrial, mainly from the splenic flexure area, extending downward to the left pelvis, affecting primarily the mesentery, with a close relation to the descending and sigmoid colon, and no line of cleavage between them. CAA and CA125 were normal. Ultrasound guided fine needle aspiration was done, and the aspirate was analyzed using the CBC analyzer and revealed that lymphocytes are the dominant cells of the aspirate. So the patient was counseled for surgical resection as a treatment and final diagnosis, and she was prepared for surgery. And during the surgery, the tumor appeared to engulf the colon from the distal transverse colon downward to the sigmoid colon, about 30 cm in length. The proximal part, the distal part was well encapsulated and dependent, but the proximal was contained with the leaflets of a grossly distorted mesentery. And the transition to normal colon, proximal and distally, was clear, so it was suggesting that it's benign etiology, and there was no evidence of carcinomatosis or metastatic tumor deposits. So the mass with the involved colon were completely resected, followed by primary colopolic anastomosis, and the patient was discharged after 5 days with an uneventful recovery, and the outpatient follow-up visits after 1 week and 2 weeks, and the patient is doing well. After that, the specimen was sent for histopathology and revealed a benign vascular proliferation composed of dilated spaces filled partially by mature lymphocyte and lined by thin layer of endothelial cell surrounded by several layers of smooth muscle cells. And the diagnosis, the final diagnosis is a colo-mesenteric cystic lymphangioma. So lymphangioma generally is a benign tumor and is very rare, affecting primarily the children. But and lymphangioma develops mainly or most commonly located in the neck and the axilla, rarely seen in the mediastinum and very rare in the mesentery or the retroperitoneum. So the present case of mesenteric lymphangioma in an adult female is extremely rare. Histopathology, there are three types of the lymphangioma: the capillary, the cavernous, and the cystic. And the cystic one is or occurs mainly in the abdominal cavity or the retroperitoneum, and this patient tumor was classified as cystic lymphangioma. The etiology is unclear but still to be mainly congenital, but other causes have been suggested, such as abdominal surgery or abdominal trauma and lymphatic process. It's mainly benign tumor, but it could have life-threatening complications such as secondary infection, rupture with hemorrhage, valvulus, and intestinal obstruction. Signs and symptoms that are not specific for the lymphangioma, and there are no specific signs or symptoms that can be attributed to the mesenteric lymphangioma, and this creates a wide differential diagnosis, and making the diagnosis or the specific diagnosis of mesenteric lymphangioma is very challenging. The definite diagnosis can be made by the histopathology after an adequate resection, but radiological investigations, mainly ultrasound, CT, and MRI, could be very useful tools, and percutaneous biopsy is not recommended. How to treat? Surgery is the treatment of choice for the lympangiomas, but other modalities have been suggested, like drainage of the cyst, or by using a sclerotherapeutic agent could be effective in case of with difficult complete resection. The prognosis of these tumors is very excellent. So as a conclusion, mesenteric lymphangioma in adult is a rare disease, and it may present as an abdominal swelling or acute intestinal obstruction, and prior diagnostic tools are ultrasound, CT, MRI. Complete surgical resection is the ideal modality of treatment for mesenteric lymphangioma, and definite diagnosis is made by the histopathology. Finally, I would like and appreciate the efforts of Dr. Mohammed from the radiological department in Shifa Hospital, Dr. Hussain Salha from the pathology department in Shifa Hospital, and Dr. Mohammed Haddad, specialist of radiology and board eligible from the Indonesian hospital. Thank you.